write them here so the people in the recording can see the ones that we're doing. So I was requested to do on the homework from yesterday. I was requested to do, Carolyn, was it, what number was it? Number 4. No. Number 6. Number 6. Okay. Now, I'm guessing this was confusing to you because the numerator is 1. The numerator is that why? Or no? Am I wrong? It's because the numerator is 1? 1 over x squared plus 4x. Is that why or no?
That's not it.
Huh? Oh, no, that's... Oh, I'm looking at today's assignment. Oh, my gosh, stupid. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad teacher. Ah, so bad. So bad. All right, let me try this again. Let's go. All right. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Okay. So we have here number 6. We have x minus 5. And we have x plus 3. And x minus 1. Okay, first thing, what are my zeros? What are my zeros? Right here. What are my zeros? Just 1 0 is 5, right? What are my asymptotes? What are they not? -3 and 1. Okay, so let's do our zeros. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I have to hit that point right there, right? Because it's a 0, right? And then -3, 1, 2, 3. And then +1. Can we do the horizontal asymptotes? Right? Is that cool? So this one, the numerator is going to be x, and if I multiplied all this out, we have x squared, right? Carolyn, you cool with that? Or do you want me to multiply it out? So what's my horizontal asymptote going to be? M is smaller than n. It's the x-axis, right? Okay, cool. You guys understand? Carolyn, you good with that? Okay. So now, here's the thing. Even though this is an asymptote, we still have to hit that 0. You got to hit it. So got to hit the 0, okay? So once you hit the horizontal asymptotes, more of the horizontal, you still have to hit the zeros. But then after this, we can't, after the n values, we're not going to go above or below the asymptote. And here we'll probably touch it here, right? But here we have to hit that 0. So let's test our limits. Negative. Negative a million means everything's going to be negative. Negative, 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 3 negatives. So we have here a negative. Cool. And then between -3 and 1, let's do 0. 0, negative, positive, negative. So I got 2 negatives. So here I got a positive, right? And then between 1 and 5, let's plug in 2. Is that cool? 2. I got 2, negative, positive, positive. So now we have a negative here. And then here, let's plug in a big number, whatever it is. Everything's going to be positive. Positive, positive, positive. We have positive. Carolyn, you good? Okay, so I'm going to graph it. So we have the negative. Now remember, once we graph, what do we want to do with the asymptotes? Hug the asymptotes. And then we got to cross the zeros. Hug the asymptotes, cross the zeros. We're in the negative, hug. Hug. I love you, right? Positive. So this whole thing's positive. Hug the asymptotes. Hug. I love you, right? Negative, hug, but I have to hit that 0. Even though there's an asymptote there, you still have to hit the 0. hug, hit the 0. And then positive, hug the asymptote. That's probably might have been confusing there, but just hug it. It should look like that. Hug it. We cool? Yeah, did it help? Okay. Let's see. Eduardo, what did you want? You wanted a 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 is the one that we did. 7 is the one we did on Tuesday. We did these on Tuesday. You guys remember that? That was our first 6.2. We did those. That's that one. So let's do 7. So we do a little bit of a different technique here. So this one we did the x over 4. We did the table, right? I mean 4 over x. Dang it. We have here 4. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can go like this. We have here 4 over x, right? What's my asymptote? Yeah.
0.
X cannot equal 0. Now, this one, think about it. This is really, if there's no x here, it's x to the 0, and this is x to the 1. So m is smaller than n. So we get, first of all, there's my 0, right? And m is smaller than n. That, right? And so let's go to, I don't know, x, f of x. But anyway, we could test the limits, or we could just do points. This one I want to do points just because it's not that hard to do. -3, -2, -1. Can't do 0. 1, 2, and 3. Can't do 0. So 4 over -3. I don't know what that is. 4 over -3. 2 over -3. 4 over -2. What's 4 over -2 equal to? -2, right? Is it cool if I do that? And then 4 over -1, that equals -4. 4 over 1, 4. 4 over 2, 2. And then 4 over 3. I don't know what that is. Let's just graph the -2, -2, right? Is that cool? Armando, you cool? Am I going too fast? Am I going too fast? Eduardo? Sorry. Am I going too fast? Sorry. So I got -2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I got -1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just hug, right? And then we have 1, 4. And then we have 2, 2. And this is going to look like this. Right? It's the 1 over x with the stretch factor. Okay. And then we had what? Someone else want another one, or is that it? Was it just 6 and 7? I thought someone wanted another one. Okay, cool. So I have homework for you. You guys remember we did this when I was sick? We did it online. You guys, this look familiar to you guys, or like
The rational
yeah. So it's not like it's completely new. Okay, let's look at number. Let's just. These are exactly the same. These are exactly the same as what we did before, except what do you notice about the difference between today's lesson and yesterday's lesson? They're not factored. Yeah. So remember, you guys remember the rules for the horizontal asymptotes? You guys have that? You have those notes out? You need to write this down again, or we good? We only have a week left now. One more week. I get to move out of this in February. I like this place though. I don't like it. Oh, anyway, moving on. All right. Was that number 2? Oh, you know what? The warm up was number 1. Should we do number 1? Let's go like this. Let's do 1 together as a class. Then I'll have you guys go into groups and do the rest. Okay? Is this number 1 on here? Is it the? And I changed 1. 1 was not factorable. Yes. What you said. Yeah, just do it on the homework. Because, I don't know. We just don't have a warm-up for today, I guess. Can you guys take number 3? Change that. Look at number 3. X squared plus 3x minus 1. Change that to minus 4. Because it's not factorable. It has to be factorable. Here's the minus 4. Okay. You guys ready? Change to minus 4. Yeah. Are you guys ready? Let's factor the numerator and the denominator. Go and do it. Factor the numerator and the denominator. And then we'll be able to graph it. Then once you factor it, it's just like the ones we did before. Graph it, find the zeros, find the asymptotes, test the limits, then graph. Then graph. Then graph. Graph it all together. Graph it all together. Graph it all together. Why? Because of love. Graph it all together. Graph it all together. Why? Because of love. Without love, your heart hurts. Without love, your ears hurt. Without love, your nose is stuffy. Love is a sickness. You guys factor it?
Yeah, what do we have a home for this one?
Stop asking questions. Sorry. Go ahead. I don't think so. Well, we didn't do a whole one. Should we do a whole? Why do you think there's a hole, James? Was there? I don't think there's a hole. Let's do 6 and 5, right? 6 and 5. So we got 1 and No, 2 and 3, right? Is there a hole? I don't think there is. X plus 2 times x plus 3. Do you guys get that for the numerator?
Yeah.
And then this one, we got 6 and 7, 1 and 6. This will be x plus 1, x plus 6. So James, there's nothing to cancel out. So no holes. Huh?
I just knew wrong.
Okay. But when you did it wrong, did you see two binomials above each other? So yeah, that would have been a hole. Okay. And I will test you on holes on the test. So it's a good question. So what are my zeros? You guys get the zeros, right? The zeros and the asymptotes. What are they? You guys are probably already on it. What are the zeros and the asymptotes? Now that you have that, you can find the zeros and the asymptotes. The zeros and the asymptotes. The zeros and the asymptotes. What are the zeros and the asymptotes? What are the zeros and the asymptotes? The zeros and the asymptotes. The zeros. Andrew, what are my zeros? -2, -3. Okay, let's see. Anthony, what are my asymptotes?
-1.
Someone put those in. I got, I hate it when they're together. -2, -3, and then, yuck. Look at these. It's going to be tight. -1 and -6. You guys cool with that? And what about my horizontal asymptotes? Should we do those while we're at it? Horizontals? You guys figure out the horizontal asymptotes. Yeah, I have it there, but why is it? It is there. Actually, I should erase that. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, because they're the same. So 1 over 1 is 1. My horizontal asymptote is y equals 1. So I go right here. You guys got that? Now I got to test our limits. Go ahead and do your test your limits. Test the limits. We'll try doing an oblique. I should do a just for, I mean, you can leave it like that for now, but when I'm on the test, I'd like to see it dashed. I know it's not part of the graph, you know what I mean? So test the limits, I'm gonna test the limits. Ooh, it looks like we already have some answers here. We're testing. Oh, you can do it right on here.
Oh.
You like, okay. So you want to figure out where the positive and your negative are, right? That's the limits, right? So you're gonna plug in -7 into that, 4 negatives make a positive, 3 negatives make a negative, 2 negatives make a positive. What's first period for today? Really? Huh? We talked about this. But it depends on what history you're talking about. Hmm? What were you talking about today? I'll let you know. Oh yeah, you guys. Yeah. How do you die? Who killed him? Is it like what I mean? I don't know. People. Who killed was this a bunch of white guys that killed him? Huh? It's like racist white guys that killed him. I'm assuming they're racist because they killed him. Martin Luther King. Oh, you guys started talking about killing someone?
Yeah.
assassinated. Didn't they just release a guy who said he killed Malcolm X? No, am I wrong? You guys know what I'm talking about? No. Assassinated, then they found out he was innocent or something. Doesn't that suck? That would be the worst. You get thrown in jail for a crime you didn't commit. All right. -7. Well, I'm going to plug in -1,000,000 because everything's going to be negative. Negative, 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 negative. 4 negatives. What does that equal? Positive. Okay. Let's do between -6 and -3. -5 or -4 or -5 first. -5. Negative, 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 positive, and basically they're going to switch back and forth unless you have two of the same thing. But anyway, 3 negatives make a negative. Now, in between these two, between -3 and -2, -2.5, -2.5, -2.5. So one of them's going to switch. -2.5, negative, positive, negative, positive. 2 negatives make a positive. And then -2, -1, -1.5. So one of them's going to flip. Positive. -1 plus 2 is positive. Positive. Negative. Positive. And then, so that's 1 negative makes a negative. And then 1,000,000. Is that cool? Do 1,000,000. I know that's confusing to some people, but everything's going to be positive if you plug in 1,000,000. Positive. It's going to be positive. So I had to do it small here because they're so tight. Now remember, asymptotes you hug, you got to go through the zeros, right? Got to hug the asymptotes. Hug them. Do it in black. Positive. Hug them. Got it? Negative. So between here and here, hug the asymptote, hug the asymptote, gotta hit the 0. So there's my 0. I go here. I should have you guys graph it. I don't know why. Right? And then positive. Now look, positive is above the x-axis, right? But we don't want to go across the asymptote, so we just go here, and we hit our 0 again, right? Then negative. You want to go down. Negative. Hug the asymptote. Get your arrows in there. And then positive. Hug the asymptotes, right? Hug. That's all you got to do. How many of you got that? I got that, Sensei. Ooh, A on the test. See on the test, Bill, do it on the test? A on the test. Test is going to be Tuesday. All right. Go ahead and transform into groups. We'll do another one of these. We'll do a couple more, but in groups. Let's do number 2. Or should we do 2? Actually, I'm going to skip 2, I think, because 2 is the same. 2 is the same. It's the same. Not doing 2. Maybe one's different. Let's do number 3. Look at 3. Look at that. Oh, wait, is that the one I had to change to 4? I thought I changed that. I don't know why I didn't. So this is 4. Make that a 4, okay? I forgot to change that on there. Change that to 4. Because I don't think it's factorable if it's 1. All right. First step, factor it. Factor it out. I'm going to check your work. Factor it out.
Oh, it's not. So negative, negative, negative. So these are going to be negative, right? And what that asymptote. So this. Yeah, but you want if you have a zero here though, so you go on this side, and then you hit that zero. Wait, no.
I'll do it on the board, yeah. I'll do it on the board. Because I have to really like set out what the asymptotes are and stuff like that. But it looks good so far, but it should look like that. That's right. Okay. Let's factor it out. Here we go. Factor it. What'd you get? Let's see, which group should I ask? Giselle, did you get it factored? X minus 1, x plus 4. You guys get that? And we have x plus 2 in the denominator. Okay, so let's do our zeros. You guys do our zeros. We do 30 seconds. Find the zeros and the asymptotes. What can x equal? What can x not equal? 30 seconds. Zeros. It's plenty of time. All I had was a pink mask today. Is that weird? All right, Juliana, give me my zeros. Okay, very good. -4 and 1. We did it in order. All right. Cool. Ashley, give me my asymptotes. -2. So you guys put those there. 1, 2, 3, 4. -4 and 1. So you put the points there because you have to hit those points, right? And -2. And we have our asymptote at -2. Now here's the kicker. We have to do what type of horizontal asymptote? This one I find a little bit more challenging. What type of horizontal asymptote do we need here? Slanted. You guys know how to find the slanted? Okay, raise your hand if you already got the slanted. I'm just curious. I'm not calling you. Okay, so most of you got it. You know what I want to say what the slanted asymptote is? I'll write it here. Y equals what? Yeah, go, Julian. X plus 1. I'll show you how to do it in just a second, but how many of you got it? Y equals x plus 1? Okay, so it seems like most of you got it. Does anyone need me to show you how I got that? I'm just going to show you anyway. We do -2 divided by 1, 3, -4. We go 1, -2, 1, -2, and -6. That's our remainder. We can ignore the remainder. And this becomes x, 1x plus 1, right? Is that too fast for anyone? Let me know if it's too fast. I did that very fast. So let's go plus 1. We have here plus 1. We have here plus 1. Then we go 1 over 1, right? Got the plus 1, so I go 1 on the y-axis, and my slope is 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1. You only need 2 points to make a line. And there's my horizontal asymptote. Kind of slanted. I don't know really how to work that, but it's not vertical. Okay, let's test our limits. Go ahead and test the limits for your positives and your negatives. -1,000,000, everything's negative. Negative, 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 negative. Negative million, negative. So here it's negative. Okay, I'll just let you guys do the rest. Under the sea, under the sea, wish I could be under the sea. And I guess I'm out to take. Okay, we have -2 and 4. Let's do -3, -3, -3, -3, negative, positive, negative, 2 positives. So we have a positive here. And then between -2 and 1, we got 0. Negative, positive, positive. So I got a negative between here and here. And then let's do a million. Everything's going to be positive. So I got everything positive. Can you guys see my positives and negatives? So I'll give you guys about a minute to figure out what the graph is. Try to graph it. With the slanted, there's only really 2 options for the graph. I'll show you what they are in just a second. We'll do the 1 option, and then there's the 2 options. You're either going to go on the outside of the x or the inside of the x. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what I mean by that. The outside or the inside? I don't know. Either on the outside or the inside. I should do it. I'll do it on the board here while you guys are graphing it. Slanted's going to look something like this. Let me erase. I'll do it here. Let's see. What are possible slanted scenarios? We're going to look at either 2 ways, okay? You guys keep working. I'm going to... Two ways for the slanted. Okay. All right, look here real quick. Slanted. If you're confused, here's the 2 possibilities. See how you have a slant? You're usually going to have 1 asymptote. I'm not going to tell you. You only have 1 asymptote that's slanted, 1 vertical, and 1 horizontal. Your slanted is either going to look like this. It's either going to be inside the x. You guys see kind of an x? It's either going to look like that, inside of the x, or it's going to be outside of the x. Those are your 2 possibilities. You guys see what I mean? It's going to be inside or outside. All right, let's do this. Is it inside or outside? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot, I kicked it. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Don't tell me I messed up the thing. Okay. Thinking. Okay, negative. So, negative. Okay. So it's going to be negative between here and here, right? But I have to hit that 0. So, it's negative. Is it going to be above this line or below that line if I have to hit that 0? It's got to be above. So I'm going to be above the line. I got to hug it because this allows me to hit the 0. I got the 0, right? And then I want to go positive, so I go above, hit above, and you got to hug it. So look, I'm on the outside of the x. So this is going to be the same. You can't go inside. You got to go on the outside. It's either inside or outside. So this is outside, so this has to be outside. So between here and here is negative. I got to hit that 0. I go here, hit the 0. And then I go positive, hug, and that's it. You guys get that? Under the sea. Under the sea. wish I could. Go 1, 1, 7. Yeah, that's what 7. All right. Let's see. There's one more that's different that I think. Are we cool? Is there another one I want to go over with you guys? Or are you guys good with that? Let's see. Oh, should I do 6? Wait, what do I have here? Do I have 6 here? I think I have 6. Yeah, how about I do 6? Let's do 6 together. Why? Because there's no x's in the numerator. What the heck does that mean? There's no x's in the numerator. What does that mean for our graph? No, there should be. Well, yeah, the horizontal asymptote will be on the. It'll be on the horizontal axis will be on the x-axis. Let's do it and see. As we do it, you'll say, "Oh, I know it." What's the first step we're going to do with this? Factor it out. So go ahead and factor it out. 1 over 1 over. He ha who ha he ha who he ha who ha he ha who. Okay. Oh, that's a good factor. Beautiful pictures. What do you rather do? Draw beautiful pictures or do math? Really? Okay, I'd rather do draw beautiful pictures. All right. Here's factor. 4s? Yeah, I just have a mom. Well, I'll do 4. I don't think I've done 4. You know, you can check your answers on Desmos too. All right, factor it out. June Ortiz, you get it? Factor? What is it? X plus 4, X plus 3. All right, you guys get that? Regina, got that? Okay, first thing we have to figure out. Wait, X plus 4. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I misheard. Stop yelling at me. Wait, what's the next thing we do? Find our zeros. We don't have any zeros. If we don't have an x, we don't have any zeros. So there's no zeros. Can we still graph it? I don't know. Let's see. If we can't find the zeros, what are we going to do next? Vertical asymptotes, which are what? -3, -1, -1, -3. So I got -1, dot, 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 -3, dot, 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 dot. What about my horizontal asymptotes? Horizontal. What are my horizontal asymptotes? Okay, everyone's now mumbling the x-axis, and it is true. Because m is smaller than n. There's no m. It's x to the 0 here, right? So smaller, we got the x-axis. And no problema. Okay, so then we just test the limits. Go and test the limits, and then what do you do after you test the limits? You hug the asymptotes, and you cross the zeros. But are there any zeros to cross? No. All you have to do is hug the asymptotes. Hug them. Hug the asymptotes. Hug the asymptotes. Hug the asymptotes. Hug the asymptotes. So you ever used that pocket before? Yeah. You should use it. Be a good secret compartment. Stick all my money in there and deal. I don't know. Is it actually a pocket? Yeah. You stick something in it. Oh, you can. That is so cool. I would just buy it. Where'd you get that from? I want to get this for the pocket.
I don't know.
Ah! You're just saying that so I won't look like your twin. I know it.
I don't need it.
Oh, so you guys got? No. Can't. Those zeros, right? Can't cross that. Can't touch that. That's those zeros.
Oh, yeah.
That's for Lila's sake. You guys graph it? Remember, we can't hit that x-axis. That looks good, George. That one? Yeah. That's the. Yeah. Yep. That's right. You're right. For that one? Julian, how'd you get negative? Plug in -4. Negative, negative. Two negatives make a positive, right? Well, you can't. The one's just a positive, right? So it's not going to give you a negative. If you plug in 0? Yeah. Well, there's -2 in a different section. Yeah. Under the sea. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay. All right. So I saw a lot of you got this already, so I'm just going to do the rest. Between -3 and -1, we got -2. So that is going to be a negative positive. So we got a negative here, and then we got a negative here, and then we have a million. That means everything's going to be positive. So this is going to be positive. And so no zeros, just asymptotes. So we just hug. Love you. Here, negative. We just hug. Hug. So you can't get those asymptotes. Hug. Love you. And this one, positive. Hug. Love you. Oh, I should have been closer over here, but you guys see what I mean. I should have been closer to this asymptote. You guys see what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So are you guys saying 4? Is 4 a hard one? Was 4 hard? You guys had a hard time with 4? Some people were saying. Tell you what, you guys work on the rest right now, and then if you need me to do 4, let me know. Let me know if you need me to do 4. You guys start working on those, start graphing them, and you can check your answer on Desmos if you'd like. Check your answers on Desmos, and tomorrow bring your things. And I'm going to stop recording this. I think that's enough of the recording. Stop recording.